What can I do for you today?
My question concerns my son, Kyle. He's embarking on a new path in his life, and I wanted to see what you can tell me about it, what he needs to know, I guess.
Interesting. You know, as I touch into his vibe, what I find very interesting is that his new adventure, if you will, is going to be really healthy for him all the way around, but it requires some form of him moving. I do see that. I also know that he's got a lot of knowledge coming his way. Can I ask you a question, Todd?
Sure.
Is part of this new adventure for him or journey, does this incorporate any sort of training or schooling?
I don't know. Well, to tell you the honest truth, he bought a one-way bus ticket to North Dakota and wants to be a welder on the oil lines.
That's where he's going to get all the additional training at then.
Yeah, he's throwing some clothes in a bag. He doesn't know where he's going to live, where he's going to go, and off he's going to go in a week.
See, now that part, not knowing where he's going to live, doesn't surprise me. Not knowing where he's going exactly, I think he's narrowed it down to at least one town or another. But I don't find that to be an issue for him. I mean, he should be able to find what he's looking for relatively quick in reference to his housing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But anyway, I've got to get back to this knowledge or lesson or work area for him, because he is obviously then going, since it's not education-based, he's going to be getting a lot of insight, growth, lessons, knowledge, that kind of stuff just by taking this direction in his life. So I'm real pleased about that as well. Quick question, in the type of work that he's getting into, does he have to belong to a union?
You know, I don't know. I would assume so.
Okay. I did feel some bit of an energy that was telling me that part could be a little bit of a challenge for him at first, but he should be able to get somebody to put him under his wing, so to speak, to get that going for him.
Like an apprenticeship.
Exactly.
Okay.
That type of thing. So he should be able to pull that off. But you know what I find interesting, Todd? In the long run, I think that this type of journey or adventure is good for your son in the long run for him.
Okay, that's what I was getting to. It just, you get worried.
Yeah, of course. How could you not? But it's going to be very eye-opening for him, and I do like that. And the bottom line is he has a place to come back to.
Well, of course.
You know, so there he's got that safety net, if you will, plugged in. So I'm real pleased about that. And the other thing is, you know, he's not a ninny. He's pretty sharp.
Okay.
Yeah. What is different, though, is, you know what, you could have easily taken an adventure like this yourself, but you would have planned it out better.
I guess that's the frustrating part.
Exactly. But it is not that unusual for your son's personality trait.
Oh, no, that's the way he's always been.
Yeah, and that's why I think it's going to work for him. It won't work for you, but if you planned things out for several months and had everything lined up and a place to go and exactly the address and all that, you would take an adventure on yourself. He just loves the flavor of it, of what he's doing. And again, the main thing I would just encourage the both of you is just to stay in touch. Then that way that'll kind of calm you down a little bit with his concerns and all of that. So we just want to make sure that his phones are real active and he's got a good phone and, you know, all of that, so you two can stay in touch. Well,
yeah,
Todd,
I know.
Todd, thank you so much for calling in today. It's good to hear you. What can I do for you today?
Well, I'm just having a trying time in my life right now, and my wife of almost 13 years walked out on me and the kids about a month ago.
Ooh.
With another person, and she just seems kind of mixed up in what she wants and doesn't seem too happy with what she's doing. And I've been considering moving back to Arkansas here in the next 4 or 5 months, and I kind of wanted to know maybe what path I might want to take.
Well, boy, you've got some challenges there. Quick question. Would you only consider this move to Arkansas because of what's happening with your wife, or would you consider that move regardless of any challenges?
regardless of any challenges.
Okay, that's what I thought you were going to say. You know, I don't find the move to be so off. I wonder, though, if it's going to be smooth when you try to take your children with you.
Yeah.
That's the one part I'm wondering about.
Well, my wife kind of expresses to me that she wants to come home, but then she's kind of undecided in what she wants to do herself.
Interesting.
She seems like she's in a confused state right now.
Oh, well, I'm sure. That makes total sense. It really does. You know, in the long run, the one thing I do find interesting about this is that your percentage right now of heading out of state is still really, really high, okay? And I think your timeline, what did you say, 3 to 4 months, 4 to 5 months, something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, Mike, I think that actually is something that could be very feasible. I think you could achieve that. But here's the thing, too, I find interesting about this. You still have a very, very strong possibility that you and your wife will move together.
Really?
Yeah. Not that you guys will choose to do that, but you still have that strong possibility of that happening. So, you know, good luck with that, my friend.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
so much, Mike, for calling in today. God bless. So, what can I do for you today?
So I have a question.
Please.
When someone comes back into our life that we haven't been with for maybe lifetimes, and we get to spend some time with them, is there anything, and this would be a guy, is there anything that one should be aware of or things that we should do to make sure that it works just the way it's supposed to?
You know, for things like that, honestly, we can't really manipulate or control, obviously, other people or how we, lay out what may or may not come in the future. But what we do is we be the best we can be within the realms of true goodness. And bringing the best we can bring to the table, both parties can enhance in great ways the reasoning behind why you crossed each other's path in this lifetime. And the neat thing is that if there is any unresolved karma, or karma that may be defined as negative from past lives, by being just really decent, loving, caring people, you should instantly be able to null and void anything if that was connected there. Oftentimes, any revelation of past life connection can be a gift. In many ways, it can give a sense of, aha, that makes sense, things like that. But the bottom line is who we are now and who we are in a few more moments. But that's usually where, that type of connection can fall. But the best thing to bring the best out is to be who we can be now. So I hope that makes sense.
It does. That's perfect.
Good. Well, I want to thank you so much for tuning in today, Stephanie, and for calling. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah. You have a question or something else we can touch on for you today?
I do. I just wonder if there's going to be love in my future.
Well, let me see.
Don't say it like that.
Actually, you have the potential of having a healthier and a bit of a smoother ride over the next several months. But a lot of this is going to depend on how you choose to process and how you choose to experience what's around you and what you're involved with and so forth and so on. I do know with, that conscious effort with meditation on a daily basis is going to help you, just loads and loads and loads. Now, in reference to finding love or having, a healthy relationship, the strongest window that I'm looking at right now, I'm looking at May 2012 through about November of 2012. That timeline there is very, very strong. Quick question. Have you ever been involved with someone named Rick or Richard?
No.
Keep the name Rick in mind. I don't know why.
Okay.
I have no idea, but food for thought on that. Let me ask you one quick question, though.
Mm-hmm.
In this lifetime, do you have two different father figures?
No.
Just one dad, so you don't have like a stepdad or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Definitely keep the name then Rick or Richard, Rich, some name like that, Rick. Just keep it in mind.
Okay. Okay.
And
right,
you know what? You're going to be real pleased, but make sure you don't drop the ball with meditation. Keep it real solid with you this year. It'll help you so much with all these constant shifts that are happening globally. And a lot of people who are not meditating as we move through 2012 are going to have a bumpier road. And you're too sharp for that, my friend. I want to thank you so much for tuning in and for calling in.
All right, thank you.